understand? Surely I say unto you, unless you are covenant and become as a little child, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. Matthew chapter 18:3. Huh? I don't know. One of the most difficult tasks of my life was understanding that I am not man enough to get to heaven. For my intelligence will not open the pearly gates. Huh? Sì, che veni? Oh no, it's a musibel. It's a musibel. No. No, I can't see it. My words will not bring me home. Being clever will always fall short. And surely I will not be able to talk Jesus into giving me a break. The moment that I come to see that my heart must be like that of a child. It's the moment that I come to the really that a child is open for correction, is willing to be a lead. Will not have a problem of looking up and after doing something wrong, will hold down, bound down in a sorrow instead of allowing pride to be defeated, to hide what is inside. As a man, I want to be corrected, be lit. Always look up and feel horrible when I do things that goes against God. I do not want to talk about meaningless things like children do when I can keep God in the midst of all things to be done. That's given him all glory. When I'm like a child, I can relax, knowing that my Heavenly Father will take care of these things. When all goes wrong, neither by using me so that I can grow up and help others, and by using others so I can see what it's like to gain a bite of grace and mercy, which will remind me to give him all the glory like his child. I want to have faith and I want to have hope to remain alive. I want to always depend on the promise of God, which gave me a life inside. That's allowing me to await His coming, which actually will not be like that of whom we was taught to believe came down. Germany is about to bring us a wonderful surprise. I want to go home, and that's given me an ability to see some of the people I love really dearly, and I waited for each of you whom I love really. teacher. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Show me your way. Christianity在那里比不要玩家，那客气了吧？The seventh in the book of Genesis, the first time in the Hebrew Bible that we hear about the serpent appear in the end of that story. When we are told about the drinking problem of the hero of the flood story, Noah just discovered that his son Shem, his grandson Canaan, saw him naked. The sages of Israel and claimed that a sinner had a sexual relationship with Noah and emasculated him, and be decided to curse the sinner in this world, Noah and his family. Wow. He said, cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves will he be to his brothers. He also said, praise be to the Lord, the God of Shem. May can be, no, it's not. May Canaan be the slave of Shem. May God extend Jacob's territory. May Jacob live in tents of Shem. May Canaan be the slave of Jacob. These three verses above are important because it is one of the holy places in the scriptures that the firstborn is having the preference and also the advantage over his brothers. These verses created three social classes according to the names of Noah's son, whose names here reflects reflect three groups. The last group will be the slaves and the sons of the first two. Shem will be the first. Japheth, who was born after Ham, will come before him. Yes, the second important time in the book of Genesis relates to the mutation between the twins, Jacob and Esau. We all know that Esau was the firstborn who lost his blessing to his younger brother, Jacob. In Genesis chapter 27, there is a beautiful word play in the Hebrew, in the biblical Hebrew, between the birthright, Bikotera, and the blessing, Berakah. Berakah means the blessing one way, and the other ones, the younger took the blessing of the firstborn. Another vision was made between two groups, the Israelites and the Edomites, as we can read in Isaac's word, and Jacob and Isaac led to. What is that? Isaac answered Esau, I have made him lord over you, and have made all his relatives his servants. So what can I possibly do for you, my son? Genesis chapter 27 and verse 37. The next case of servants is when Joseph's brothers are making his dream to come true. Joseph was dreaming two dreams, yes, that caused his brothers to hate him even more, as we can read in Genesis chapter 27 to Joseph. He said, today in a lesson to this dream I had, we were biting, shaving of grain out in the field, when suddenly my shave rose and I stood upright. When your shaves get around mine and bow down to his brothers said to him, do you intend to reign over us? Will you actually rule us? And they hated him all the more because of his dream, and he had said. Then he had another dream, and he told it to his brothers. And listen, he said, I had another dream, and this time the sun and the moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me. When he told his father as well as his brothers, and his father rebuked him and said, what is his dream to you? What is his dream?